with me, trying to make sure everything is fine and set up correctly. My light is kind of like messed up. 1 second. Let me just fix this. There we go. Ah. All right, so here we go. So my boy, tall guy, playing in the background over there. So I have, hopefully everything's set up correctly. And I have my camera moving. A little shadow on my shoulder because of the light of the camera. I'm trying to figure out things. I know I need a light more on this side, but I'll get it. I will get it. But we're just gonna go and with it. We're gonna run with it. We're gonna talk about the prices at Disney. The Disney prices are pretty insane lately. So I know a lot of people out there are talking about the Disney prices, and there's like a subject that's been going on around that everyone's been talking about. Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I know Juice. What's going on? Hold on a second. Just a quote real quick. All right, we're gonna start a little poll to see what people say and think. What's going on, Juice? How you doing today? Welcome back. I had an epiphany on life, and it's crazy. It's just to think about that whole. It took me a minute just to sit and think about life and how things can change in a blink of an eye. It's crazy. It's crazy to even think about it. But let's get back to Disney here. I know it's been a big issue with a lot of people. A lot of people are talking about prices for Disneyland right now. How it's expensive, and Disneyland is articles. Wall Street Journal did an article on Disney recently talking about how expensive Disneyland is, and it is no lie. Disneyland can be very expensive, and right now, I feel about a month ago, Disneyland had the annual passes come out, and they're still not sold out. Usually, by this point in time, the annual passes for Disney are sold out like really quick. People go out there, they go out and buy them, and they're dead, gone. I don't really talk. Don't talk political here, sir. Right now, we're talking about Disneyland. So, if you have any questions about Disney, I'd be more than happy to answer those questions. So, uh, Disneyland has the annual passes that came on sale, but they're not sold out. Usually, by now, the main um, tier for passes is sold out. It's gone. Nothing. Star Wars night event is out. Not sold out either. So Disney is starting to hit it. It's starting to feel that a lot of people aren't happy with the fact that the prices are people aren't happy with their prices. Got it. Okay. So it's kind of it's kind of interesting to see what they're going to be doing, what the impact it is. So I'm really curious to see how Disney is going to react because there's a lot of negativity right now going on with Disney, and people don't understand why people aren't going to Disney because Disney can be very expensive. Disneyland is very very expensive. Sherry was cracking, yo. How you doing today? So Brent, what's cracking, yo? So we're talking about Disney prices right now, and then right now Disneyland is very expensive, and there's a lot of hate going on for Disney. Now I can understand if the annual passes were a little cheaper, but they're not. Disney prices can be very expensive, and they are not talking about the whole fact of the once you get into the park, it's expensive. The food in the park is also expensive. So people don't realize that Disneyland is it can be cheap. If you're an annual pass holder and you go more than once, then yes. Florida can be more expensive because you're traveling. Disneyland here in Anaheim in California, it's expensive, but you have to like know how to budget yourself. Now, if you expect to eat, I mean, there's been articles of people out there talking about how they go out and they spend like $4,000 just on their family. It can be very expensive. Disneyland's not cheap at all. They do. Disneyland prices do go up every October, and right now they're in that spot where they're starting to panic, and it's in all the trades. Their stocks are going down. Snow White's probably gonna flop when it comes out. You notice how at the Super Bowl they didn't promote Snow White at all. So you gotta wonder what the hell's going on with Disney. And it's kind of crazy how the fact that people Disney has a community. and they're not catering to that community. They're catering to people on the outside who want to go to theme parks and enjoy it for the first time. But yo, what's cracking, Ellen? How you doing today? But in the same fact, you're not catering to that family who's going to come in. It's very expensive for an average family to go to Disneyland nowadays. Like very, 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 very. $4 for parking, yes, it's that's where the pass comes in handy. But there's like ups and downs in the passes because if you have the high, you only get free parking if you have the high tier pass. You can park at the mall, which is like across from Disney, and you pay $15, maybe $30, something like that. So it's very very expensive for parking. I think anything park right now is very expensive. Universal Studios, if you want VIP parking for Universal Studios, you're paying like $75. If you want that parking like right next to it, you're paying a lot of money for it. And Disney's not the only place. Knott's Berry Farm parking is $30. Theme park food is very expensive. So people don't realize how expensive theme park food can be. Your cheapest dish is probably like $15, $18. Disneyland has that $18 chicken sandwich. Downtown Disney, you have the corn dogs, but they're pretty big sized corn dogs. So, but the food by itself at Disney can be very expensive. Knott's offers a meal plan. You can go to Knott's and get that meal plan. Their meal is like $18, $19, but if you have that meal plan, you get 2 free meals and you get that drink plan, a drink every 15 minutes, which kind of counters the whole thing. Someone has to pay for the Snow Fiasco. True, that is very true. And this, they never release it and they write it off because that movie is very expensive. So, but there's ways of getting past the whole expensive part of Disney. Now I know Disney is like they don't understand why, they don't understand why Disney people aren't going. There's a decrease in crowds at Disney and at Disney World, and Disney doesn't get it. They don't understand why. They're catering to the wrong people. They're catering to the people who can afford it, who go every now and then. They're not catering to their fan base who have passes and who go all the time. Like right now, I have the high tier. If I look at reservations, all the weekends of January are full. Like I can't even get reservations, which is another issue. That's like a whole other Yo, what's cracking, kitten? What's cracking, yo? Brent, what's going on? How you doing today? So, you guys, how you guys doing tonight? It is Tuesday night. It feels weird being live, but we're gonna be talking about the whole Disneyland prices, and it's like a fiasco right now with Disney, with stocks and everything else, and it's been going on. The Wall Street Journal did a whole article on Disney, and Disney's trying to backtrack, and Disney's trying to figure out why they're losing money, why their parks are attendance is down. But this can be a lot, like literally a lot. It's just it's weird to the fact that prices for Disney can be expensive, and then Disney needs to get rid of that fast lane, that lightning lane, like $400. Not only are you charging people like $200, $154 for one day, for one park. If you want a park hop, you're paying another $50. So you're paying at least $200 to park hop. Now, if you want to go on certain rides, now you're charging people for perks. Now you think you're Call of Duty. You're like Activision. Okay, here's a game, but if you want skins, if you want weapons, you want this and that, now you gotta pay for that. And that's what Disney seems to be doing. Disney seems to be doing Activision. You get in the park, and if you want to ride these rides real fast, here's a $400 pass you can go get for one person. $400 for one person. So if I take my wife, my kids, I'm paying at least $1,200 for, or maybe $1,600 for a family of 4 just to ride rides faster on top of what I paid to get in. And I haven't even fed my family yet. So Disney can be very expensive, and that's what they need to fix. It's like I'm paying to play on the rides here at Disney, which a lot of times nowadays you don't really need that fast lane pass. If you're just gonna go on an average day on a weekday at Disney, you don't need no fast lane. You can go on, if you go a rope drop, you can hit off a whole section done fast and not worry about fast lane. Now if you're just there for all the rides, you want to go on the rides, that's a different story. But you don't really need a fast lane. You don't need to spend $400. And people don't realize that. People think, oh, I need it because I want to go on every ride. You can hit every ride. during the day. If you're there all the way into closing, you will hit every ride, especially with the shows that are going on and fireworks on the weekends. You can hit stuff. It is possible. It is pay to play. That Disney is starting to be like it's a pay to play position. The service, but another thing too is Disney and Knott's Berry Farm. You can bring outside food. So if you don't want to eat any of the theme parks, you can just bring your food in. You can bring your PB&Js. There's times where I brought my PB&J sandwiches because I wasn't really craving nothing. I wasn't doing any food reviews. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I wasn't doing any food reviews. I wasn't really craving anything. I just wanted a PB&J sandwich. I wanted a bologna sandwich. So you can bring your food, your outside food in. You can bring in outside snacks. I see people going there with like the whole dark out like setup. Like literally, last time I was there at Disney, a whole family had this whole thing set up, and everybody's making their own sandwiches. They had chips, they had salsa. I was like, damn, these people over here like making their own like catering services over here. I swear. I get Fast Pass for free. Nice. See, Disney also got really strict with that as well. Taylor, what's cracking? And they got really strict with the whole DOS, because a lot of people were abusing the DOS system. We won't name names, but a lot of streamers were abusing the DOS system. A lot of people were abusing the DOS system. So Disney got really strict with that. But I don't think... I go all the time. If you can read the lines for the rides, you know how long it's going to be. If Pirates of the Caribbean says 25 minutes, you're probably going to wait 10 minutes because it goes pretty fast. Even if the line is above the bridge, it goes quick. Pirates of the Caribbean does move pretty fast. There are some rides though that do take forever. It's kind of like it takes a long, long time. You bring your sodas and water so you don't have to pay their drinks. Exactly. See, that's what people don't understand. Just because he wants to go to Disneyland, Japan. It's pretty crazy how people think they're above royalty when they go live stream and stuff like that. It goes down. Exactly. If you guys like the pizza videos, guys, it does help me a lot. I'll find out Friday regarding the sponsorship for pizza, if I keep it or not. Now, there is a loss in the DOS system because it's so strict and so ridiculous. There's people out there who actually really need it, and you can't get on it. So it's a whole BS thingy. It's a whole fiasco. Disney is miserable. It can be. It depends what you go for. See, if you go for the rides, if you go for the foods, I'm saying it's just very expensive. If you learn how to balance your pay, you can get a lot of stuff. You can go get yourself a churro. You can get yourself a churro, a pickle, energy drink, or water for under under $20 easy. Or you can go spend yourself one of those like fancy foo-foo drinks for $18-20 at Galaxy's Edge or DCA. So you can get 3 things for $20, or you can get one little foo-foo drink for $20. So you just got to budget yourself wisely and know what you want. They are adding more stuff to Disneyland. There's a lot of expansions going on. Caleb, what's cracking, yo? But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now at Disney. So, Rashiba, since you don't like the rides, that's just it. See, the food isn't going to be cheaper. And in order for theme parks to compensate for the new rides, refurbishments, food is going to go up. See, one thing about Knott's and Six Flags, I talked to a lot of people out there, and the reasons why their prices aren't that expensive, but their food and merch price will go up to compensate for them for keeping their tickets so cheap. It's not that very expensive to go to Knott's and Six Flags, and the same pass works at both parks, which is really awesome. I like that. Matt, what's cracking, yo? It's just fun walking around, enjoying the ambience of the parks. Yes. The thing I love about Disney is every section you walk into is it's like you're walking into that world. Like you're walking into Galaxy's Edge. You're walking into Cars Land. The ambience of Disney, they capture it. Like Galaxy's Edge is like, you feel like you're there. You feel like you're on a film set. Everything's so authentic. Disney characters. Avengers Campus, not so much. Avengers Campus just feels like I'm walking through Cal State LA. There's nothing really fancy or anything cool about that. So it's just very, very crazy settings. I think each theme park has their own set. Disney's really fast paced. Everyone's in a hurry. A lot of Disney Karens. You get run over by a lot of strollers. Lots of bubbles. If you go to Knott's, it's more chill, laid back, and you get to go do stuff. The roller coaster, there's like a, it's not really a thrill seeking ride park, but if you want food, large portions for food, you go to Knott's. If you want that, the need for speed, then you go Six Flags. You go there because you know you're gonna get that thrills with a lot of roller coasters. But it's also cheaper and it's also further away, so you pay more gas unless you live in that direction. And they just want that Hollywood backlot feel with the crowd, and very expensive. Then you go to Universal Studios. So each park has its own theme. Each park has its own feel. Disney still has that magic. I feel like Disney still has that magic on quite a few of their lands because just the way it feels. Tiana's is actually really cool. I actually give props. If you guys watch my Disney video, I did walk through Tiana's shop. I did go on the ride, so you do see some really cool things on Tiana. I think Splash Mountain would have did the same justice. I mean, if you just would have kept the animals. The only bad thing about Tiana's ride is like half the shit didn't work. A lot of the animatronics were like frozen, and none of them were moving, so I kind of sucked. The Disney magic to refer to Star Wars Land, then yes. Especially if you go at night. If you go at night, you capture more. If you go during like right now, is when it's like the whole what's that? That's like a phrase for it. But this is what like photographers they love. Oh, magic hour. If you go right now, it's like magic hour between 5:30 and sunset. You see a lot of lighting. You have a shaboom over at Cars Land. Tiana's ride looks really sharp, but half that shit's broken. Like I don't know, half the animatronics don't work. But just walking around, how everything looks at night, and then it gives off more. And even Galaxy's Edge, the ambience of like the creatures all around are different. Like literally, like the sounds of everything, they're much louder because it makes you feel you're walking in like in a forest at night. And it's weird because during the daytime, they're not as loud. Like you have like these side creatures walking around, but at night, if you ever walk through Galaxy's Edge at night, the creatures in the bushes are louder. It makes you feel like you're actually walking through in that planet, that world at night and dealing with whatever creatures are lurking in the dark, which is kind of crazy. Yankees was cracking, yo. Are doing Yankees. I'm a bush creature. Yeah, I got a lot of bushes thrown at me on Fortnite. So, but guys, thank you for the likes. We do have 7 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. But I know a lot of people out there are wondering why Disney prices are so expensive. I mean, they're just very expensive. Disney's always been expensive. They've been like one of the most expensive theme parks out there. And I think they would make their money back if they got rid of the reservation systems. Disney has an issue here in California, Anaheim, with the reservations. In Florida, Disney World, they don't really have, there's some days where you don't have the reservations. And that's like the sucky part. If they got rid of the reservations, I think they would have more people inside there. The crowds will be back. But people right now, like, I don't want to pay a lot of money for our reservations. Like, I'm paying a lot of money to go into the park. Not, I'm paying a lot of money to, I can possibly go into the park if I can find reservations. Nobody wants that shit. Like, literally. You live in the woods. You do live in the woods. That's even more creeper. So it's just really, really, really crazy on the prices for Disney, and I wish they would go down. Like I said, you know when Disney's expensive, when their season passes haven't sold out. Usually the annual passes they sell out like that. Like you can't find anything. Like if I want to go and buy the highest tier for Disney, it's still available, and that stuff usually sells out really, really quick. It's like it's so. I might be a little off right now, guys. I apologize. I might be off making this video because I heard some crazy news today from a friend of mine. So, and I've been feeling kind of weird ever since then. So if I feel kind of off, that's probably why. So, but I'm trying to talk about this whole Disneyland price hike increase. I know they have to pay for everything. They got to pay for the new worlds that are coming up. You have Coco Land coming. You have Avatar coming. You have a lot of refurbishments. Indiana Jones always breaks down. If not, Galaxy's um, the Star Wars ride, that one always breaks down a lot too, which is kind of crazy. That you go, well, yeah, it's all the passes like that. Like all the passes you can go to both parks, but each pass has the different days. Some tiers you can go only Monday through Friday. You can't go on weekends. You can't go to the summer. The next pass you can go through half the summer, and the next pass you can go through the whole summer. And then the pass that I have, you can go every single day, um, but you're blacked out the last 2. There we go. I'm sorry. My phone keeps ringing. Everyone's freaking out because I'm not there. The Florida parks, I don't know too much about, so I don't really know the prices about that. Avatar looks really cool. It does look really cool. It does. Who are you? Who are you? That's a better question. Yeah, the premiere pass was good. See, I have the other one, but you have the reservations. If Disney had a pass for $2,000 with no reservations, I would buy that. I think a lot of people would buy that. It's like the perfect like pass to get. And I think Disney needs to realize who they're catering to. If you're going to cater to people who can only come to the park and have enough money to get into the park, they're not going to buy the merch. They're not going to buy the merch. They're not going to buy the foods. But if you have your people out there, get rid of the reservation system, and you have your diehard fans, they're going to come in and they're going to buy the merch. They're going to buy the food. They're going to keep buying and shopping. That's what a lot of them like to go out there and do. But it does look awesome. And the Avatar land is supposed to be coming to Buena Vista Street, if I'm not mistaken. I think the whole section is supposed to be torn down. So the Mickey's Flower Market is going away. Monsters Inc. is going away. Monsters Inc. is like a shitty ride anyways. But those things are going to, the whole section is going to be going away. And that's where Avatar is supposedly, whatever everyone's saying, is supposed to be going to. And these price hikes for Disney are, but right now they're having issues with that. And I think with your $400 Lightning Pass, that's another whole issue right there. It's just they need to figure out what to do to fix this issue. And like I said, a lot of these special events they do aren't as fun and great as everyone thinks they are. Like Star Wars Day looks really cool, but you half the park is closed and the park is empty. You can go on all the rides. If you want to go and do these fun meet and greets and go on all the rides, then you go to these parks. But you're also paying like $200 for them. But I think the best option too for anything is bringing in your own food. The what I like about Disney and Nuts is you can come in and you can bring outside food in, and then it saves you a lot of money. You bring all your snackages. It isn't worth for Disney right now. That is correct. Disney is there's a lot of stuff that's closed down because of refurbishments. But bringing outside food is going to help you a lot. That's like one of the biggest tips I can tell everybody to bring. You bring your water bottle. There's a lot of water bottle refill stations. There's at least 6 of them that I can think of. There's like 3 in DCA now. You have refill fuel rod stations at Disney now, which is actually really cool. Disney and DCA, so that kind of helps you with battery wise. Look at Park Hopper Plus. Yeah, so you have the Park Hopper. Like I said, a ticket for Disney is like $154. If you want the Park Hopper, it's like another $50. So you're looking at $200 easy. But I like the fact that I have the pass, and you don't need the Park Hopper, so you can go to either park. You can park hop, I believe, like around 11 a.m., which is kind of cool. I like that fact. Before, it used to be like you couldn't park hop until like 1 or 2 o'clock. It's like really late. So they really put it down to like 11 o'clock now or 10 o'clock. You can actually park hop, which is kind of cool. Well, they need to get rid of their reservation system. I think the reservation system is holding them back for a lot. I think a lot of people out there aren't buying passes anymore because it's not worth it. The food's too expensive. The snacks are too expensive. I mean, they have these small cookie macaroons out there for like $10. And it's kind of like, really, $10 for this? But people go buy it just because of the fact that it's Disney. It's like, I get to go have myself a Disney-themed macaroon, and people pay for that. And Disney knows that people are going to pay for that. I mean, they have Club 33 out there where you pay $60,000 a year just to get into a club, and you're just up in that club dressed up all nice and neat, and you eat nice, fancy food that probably doesn't even taste that good. So people, as long as people keep paying for that shit, Disney's gonna keep raising the prices. If you keep paying for those expensive things that Disney throws at you, they're gonna raise the prices because they know there's a fan base out there who's gonna buy and eat what they throw, and until people stop doing that, and then Disney's gonna realize, okay, wait a minute, we need to reanalyze what we're doing here. Like I always tell people that bring your own snacks. I sometimes I bring my own snacks. If I'm bringing my backpack with me, my daughter and I will just have our snacks. Where she'll have her chamoy spicy candy shit, and I'll have like whatever. But it's easier and much faster. But if I'm doing food reviews, that's different. But if I'm not doing any food reviews, I'm just there for like certain stuff. Then it's easier just to get snacks. I already get to know a lot of the vendors, and the vendors invite you out there and say, hey, we have this new corn dog or this new churro we want you to come try. And then you go and do a food review on their booth and you get food. So that also works. And there's, like I said, there's a lot of water bottle refill stations out there that you can utilize at Disney. So you bring a water bottle container, you can refill your stuff. There's a few places you can get ice. You can go to Pizza Planet. I wouldn't really eat pizza there. See, there's like the pizza's too overpriced and too expensive. But they do have ice cubes that actually fit in your water bottles. So if you like a water bottle, the ice cubes there are like thin enough, and they just kind of fit in your water bottle. So it works. It works out really well. Also in DCA, they have the same ice cube machine that does the same thing. So those ice cubes actually fit in your water bottles as well. So those things come in handy. It's actually good to know what places offer ice. A lot of these restaurants do give you a cup of water. They're cold, but there's no ice. If you want ice, there's like a couple locations you can go to, and you get yourself some refills, which is, like I said, it kind of works out perfect as well. So Disney can be cheap if you have a pass. Even if you spend $200, you can bring your own food and snacks, and depending what you're going for, whether it's going for the shows, the atmospheres, the rides. If you go on rope drop, you can get on every ride easy and fast within 4 hours, easy. If you're there all day long, you'll get on many of the rides after 10 p.m. So the park usually closes at midnight. By 10 p.m., you're like on a lot of the stuff opens up. When I was there last time, Peter Pan, Snow White, Mr. Toad's, Alice in Wonderland, I got on all those in 30 minutes. So just like, because everybody's waiting in line for the parade and shows, whatever else is going on. So that whole section there is all open. So we got on one ride, walk to the other, go on that one, get off of that one, another one. So everything opens up. You just got to kind of plan it. You have to like walk and see what area you want to go to. If you have kids, whatever else, Toontown usually closes at a certain time. I want to say portion in Toontown closes at 8 o'clock, but the Mickey Minnie Railroad stays open until the park closes, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. But a lot of people are also looking for other places to go to other than Disney because Disney's being too expensive. So people have been going to Castle Park. And it's crazy because there's like a lot of Disney clubs out there. And if you read a lot of articles, a lot of Disney clubs are avoiding Disney because of the reservations and because of it being too pricey. So everyone's going to Castle Park. And Castle Park's actually not that bad. You pay a certain price and you can do miniature golfing and all the rides with one price. I can't remember if food is included or that like a food plan that's separate. But my daughter and I, we did that. And I think I paid like, I don't know, like $40 for her and I to do golfing. And I didn't go on the rides, she went on the rides. While I was like recording and doing stuff, making videos. But she enjoyed it because she went on a majority of the rides there. So it was actually kind of cool. I think I was at, I think my job kept calling me. I forgot what day it was. Because I remember my phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing. And I had to deal with work. So I didn't go on a lot of the rides. But she went on a lot of rides. She had a fun. So, but it's actually kind of cool. I like the golf. The golf, at Castle Park is actually really fun. You guys haven't been there in Riverside. The park is really big. There's a lot of things to do, and it's actually really fun. Fun thing to go out there and enjoy. She had fun. She had a blast. So it's kind of cool. So I think a lot of people are doing Castle Park for an alternate other than Disney because of what the price is for Disney and Knott's and a lot of people do go to Knott's. Knott's, the hate that Knott's gets, it does get crowded. And on the weekends, Knott's has been really packed, especially for the Peanut Celebration, Knott's Scary Farm, Knott's Merry Farm when they have their Christmas events. Those parks, they get very crowded. And Knott's does get a lot of hate because people compare it to Disney a lot. But they do get that crowd because Disney has the issue with the whole reservation system, and it gets too crowded. And there are times where Disney gets really, really too crowded, and you just gotta like, okay, I gotta back away. Is it worth this much money to deal with all these crowds on a daily basis and deal with expensive food, or I can just go someplace else and get my value worth for a cheaper price? You gotta think how to utilize it, and you gotta figure out what's it worth. My mental health, enjoyment, cool rides, or like what I do is usually when I go to the theme park or like Disney, I'll go, I'll get food, I'll get on a ride, catch a show, and then go home. That's it. I don't really spend there all day long. I spend like maybe half a day because I'm a pass holder, so it kind of works out much better. So it's just kind of like it works really really well on the whole the price effort. But Disney right now has an issue, and they need to fix the issue really quick because summer's coming, and they're losing a lot of money because nobody's going to theme parks. No one's going to a theme park because of the fact that it's too expensive. There's no reservations, and the food's very expensive. And half the rides break down. We're not even getting touching that subject, but a lot of the rides at Disneyland, they do break down a lot. Like I said, Indiana Jones is already broken. Um, the Star Wars ride, I always forget the name of it. That one's always broken too. The good ones. The only one good one at Galaxy's Edge is it's actually worth waiting for. But if that's like an hour wait time, then no. The train is down and the tram is down until March 3rd, I believe. And then Space Mountain opens up for Star Wars, I think March 28th, I want to say. And it's going to run all the way through May. So that one is actually a really cool one. I actually do recommend going on that because that's actually really cool. You get to go in the whole Star Wars theme, Space Mountain. That's really cool. But you just gotta plan yourself. There's like many ways to look through it. By walking past the ride, you can know how long it's gonna be. Like a Star Tour says, it's gonna be 45 minutes, and if the line goes outside and it goes into the building where like if that queue is full, that's an hour wait time. Easy, because sometimes Star Tours isn't that fast. One of the fastest rides I would say is definitely Pirates. The Pirates and It's a Small World. Those lines move pretty fast. Even the Mickey and Minnie Railroad, they seem to move pretty fast as well. So, it Mickey and Minnie Railroad, I think the longest I ever waited for it, like maybe 20 minutes. It might say 35, 45 minutes, but that is another ride that does move pretty quick. So you just got to plan yourself. Roger Rabbit, if it's longer than 20 or 30 minutes, it's not. It's going to take longer. If you see the line outside the door for Roger Rabbit, no, it's not worth waiting for. Same with Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is a very slow ride. So if you see that ride go very, very, if that line says past 30 minutes, it's actually 45 minutes because Monsters Inc. takes a long time. It's not like one of those rides that it moves pretty fast. It goes pretty long time. Tiana's ride, if you see that ride that says an hour wait time, it's going to be an hour wait time. If you see Haunted Mansion for 45 minutes, it's going to be 45 minutes. So certain rides go faster than others. I don't know why. It's just how it is. I think maybe because they have more carts working or something, or um, the attendees who are having people come in and out. Other rides, they go pretty fast, or they get in, they get them out. So it does go pretty quick, but there are some rides that take a long time, either because of breakdown or they're ushering people with DAS, and so it takes longer for them to set in. Like Indiana Jones does that. They have like little sections where people can skip, but it takes them forever to get down there, and that ride breaks down quite a few times. Quite a few times it breaks down. But hopefully you guys are having a good night tonight. I just wanted to dab and talk into the whole situation because I know this is a topic that's been going on a lot right now with the whole Disneyland prices being too expensive, and people are trying to looking for other places to where they want to go for entertainment because Disney doesn't seem to have that magic because it's too expensive. You're paying for that Disney magic, and if you're willing to pay for that, what's cracking? You, how are you doing today? If you guys are paying for, if you guys want to pay for that magic, then it's all what people like. Some people like really, really obsessed with Disney. You can't say anything bad about Disney because they get really mad. And there's some people out there who do get really mad if you talk badly about Disney, if you say anything negative about Disney. There's a huge Disney community out there where people just get really too insane and too crazy. But I love Disney, but it's just the prices. The prices are very expensive, and you just gotta plan. You gotta plan yourself like majorly, like big time. I don't know. It's a for theme park wise. Anywhere's gonna be expensive. Parking's gonna be expensive. Food's gonna be expensive. That's something you should expect. But Disney and Knott's are two theme parks where you can go and bring outside food in, snacks in. So that should cut down any kind of budget, especially if you have any kids out that you're bringing with you. That right there cuts half your budget down for food. And now you're just paying just for tickets and for entertainment. But I would avoid Fastlane. I wouldn't buy Fastlane. I wouldn't spend $400 for Fastlane because it's not even worth it. That's like a whole different topic that people think that you need to get to go buy, and it's not worth it. Same with the VIP. If you're gonna spend like almost a few grand just for VIP, it's not worth it either because you're standing in line with the same people who paid $400 for Fastlane. You don't get if you spend a lot of money for VIP, you don't get in front of anybody. You're placed in the same line of Fastlane. So I'm spending that much money. My ass better be in that fucking front door, or my ass better be taking one of those princesses out for a date because that's a lot of money to wait in line. That's just like no way. And some people just don't understand. They don't get it. They want to experience it. They want that Disney magic. And right now, there's like a lot of unhappy people, and a lot of people are either unhappy because of the whole woke situation, the prices, the reservations, and it's just and then downtown Disney. I made a video, or actually I haven't posted that video. I'll probably edit that video tonight so you guys can see downtown Disney. They've been doing a lot of changes, but it's a very expensive change. Like a lot of the foods they have in downtown Disney, it's not catering to certain people. It's like Disney wants only certain people to go to downtown Disney because a certain element isn't going to be able to afford to shop and eat at downtown Disney because it can be fucking expensive. And like I said, one of my videos, I posted a short where I showed off the menu where the chicken sandwich was $18. Just one chicken sandwich, $18. No drink, no fries. Fries were $8. So if I wanted fries with my chicken sandwich, that's 20. That's like $8 more. So now I'm paying $26. Now the only drink they offered was the lemonade, which is $12. So if I want to have something to wash down the food that I'm eating, I'm paying almost $40 for one person. Chicken sandwich, fries, and lemonade. $40, one person. So if I'm taking a date, if I have kids with me, the motherfuckers you ain't eating. Or you're all sharing. We're all cutting that sandwich in pieces and you're all getting a piece of it. But that's what I'm saying. Like downtown Disney is starting to cater to a certain crowd that can afford that. And right now we live in California and inflation is so expensive. I don't know how they're gonna live, how that's gonna go well. And when I went that one day, the coffee shop there was like decent prices, like Starbucks, like $6, $7. But that building was empty, and I was there and in a busy time. It should have been a lot of people on the site there, but the building was empty. People are starting to realize, okay, why is this shit so expensive? Why am I spending $18 for one chicken sandwich, no fries, no drink, just a sandwich? And I was gonna buy it just to get it, just to show you guys. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is what a $20 chicken sandwich looks like. I heard it's good. People are saying it's good, but I don't know. $20 for a chicken sandwich. I can go get myself a value meal at McDonald's or something, or I can go to Carl's Jr., which Carl's Jr. is very expensive. I can get myself a pretty decent meal for that same price. Or I can go to oh, actually Hungry Bear's kind of expensive. Well, Hungry Bear's like maybe about $18, my dad, for the burger that I got last time. That burger, or I got chicken strips last time. Chicken strips are actually pretty decent there. But there are some places there that are very, very expensive. And it's just like it shouldn't be that expensive. But like I said, I think Disney's trying to cater to a certain crowd. Because people always give Knott's like uh, a bad name. People say Knott's is full of fights. If you look online on the internet, there are more fights at Disneyland than there are at Knott's Berry Farm. Literally. You can just Google it, you can just go on. You don't see Knott's Berry Farm fights anymore. Ever since the whole chaperone policy, you see all the fights at Disney. Disney's more rowdy than Knott's Berry Farm. And it's like a different crowd of rowdiness at Disney as opposed to Knott's Berry Farm. Which comes back to one of the subjects when that one lady tried to sneak her two kids in into Disney, and they caught her and they kicked her out because she tried to get her two kids in for free because her love for Disney. I get it. I totally understand how she feels. You can't afford to get to Disney. You can't afford to share this Disney experience with your kids, and you want to do everything you can to get your kids in there. Yeah, it's kind of ghetto. It's kind of like raunchy, trying to sneak your kids in there. But with the prices how Disney is, I understand as a parent. I get it. Like I have kids, and it took me quite a few years to afford to take all my kids in one trip. So I get it. I give her props for trying to sneak in her kids into Disney because, like I said, Disney's expensive. She would have to pay $600 just for all of them just to go in the park, and so you're spending a lot of money. It's just really, really, really crazy. But I get it. I already gave her a lot of hate. Like everybody hated her and told her she's ghetto and blah blah blah. But as a parent, as a Disney person, I get what she did. I get what she came at. It's just so crazy. Like it's just like wow. But like I said, I get it. I understand why she did what she did, and I give her props for trying. But Disney can be very expensive. Even downtown Disney, if you go shopping downtown Disney, it's very crazy. Tickle what's cracking, yo. So it's the prices. The prices, yo, are insane. But I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts. You guys let me know how you feel. I'm a little off. Like I said, I'm a little off today because of some stuff that I heard earlier. Um, things happen for a reason, which is crazy. I still can't even get over it. Like literally, I still can't get over it. I'm still like in awe and shock right now. But you guys let me know your thoughts below. I want to get on here and just talk a little bit and talk about the whole Disney fiasco. Because if you look online right now, there's a lot of stuff right now talking about Disney and their price hikes, and Disney's trying to figure out how to fix the situation, which they do need to fix the situation. They need to just get rid of the reservation system. They need to bring back that fan base back to Disney. So it's just kind of like, it just, I don't know. I don't know. It's a whole lot, Shaiken. It's weird. I don't know. It's just it's crazy. That's all I gotta say. It's just crazy. I was talking to Juice earlier, and it's one of those things where if you believe or not, things happen for a reason, and there's a reason why I wasn't at work last night. And you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It is so crazy. It's like wow. But there are some good things. I know that the Food and Wine Festival is happening on February 28th, which I have reservations for. I have reservations for March 4th, the 90s night for Disneyland. I think I have reservations probably not this week. I think my daughter Eva is going to come down Thursday, and she's going to be with me all week until Monday. Now that I don't do what I do, I'll be with her all weekend, so I get to hang out with her. So that's my whole Valentine's weekend is going to be with my daughter. So it's going to be interesting. But I do have reservations, I think, next week, the week after, and then I got to decide whether or not I'm going to keep doing my Disney Pass or if I go day by day basis. I'm probably going to keep doing it. Only the fact that's why I can go hard at it. I'll be definitely be doing a lot more theme parks, get things going. But I do want to tackle and talk about this whole Disney price hike and situation, and it's just ways of getting around not paying that much. You're gonna pay the price regardless. There are specials. Disney does have California resident specials. Disney do have discounts every now and then. If you go to certain places, there are discounts everywhere. They do have special prices for certain nights, certain days. It's cheaper to go on the weekdays than it is on the weekends, but the weekdays are more crowded than the weekends, which is kind of weird. It's cheaper to go on the weekdays. The weekends are more expensive, but the weekdays are more crowded because it's cheap to go on those days. Rather than the weekend, it's more expensive and it's not that many people. So is it weird? More expensive days are less crowded, and the more cheaper days at Disney are more crowded because that's what people can afford. So it's kind of like it's weird how everything just plays out. It's just man, my mods are working tonight. I swear, you never realize how many trolls you like. People, you would figure people will go troll the big streamers, not people who are nobodies. I'm a nobody. And I don't even get this many trolls on TikTok. I used to get trolls like this on Twitch all the time. People come in, these keyboard warriors, people whose parents give them an iPad. Says, here's your babysitter. Go play. If you mean mods, you're doing a hell of a job, Juice. You're doing a hell of a job. Make you a mod or unmod you like you unmodded me? What? So but it's just I think TikTok, I don't get this many trolls. I don't get any trolls on TikTok. It's very rare I get any trolls on TikTok. It's very rare I get any trolls on Twitch. Like literally, I get trolls on Twitch. But here on YouTube, for some reason, I get trolls. I don't get it. Like I don't get why I get trolls on YouTube. That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't really understand the whole fascination and situation when people come in. Like people have to be bored. Like literally have to be bored. You're gonna be a troll. You can be the 4 nano troll. Best advice ever received: be your own boss. Be your own boss, so that way you can never get fired. Clint Eastwood told me that when I had lunch with him one time. That's one of the best advices I can give to anybody. Also, never date anyone you work with. That's like rule number 1. Never date anyone you work with. But one of the best advices is I had a conversation with Clint Eastwood. We had lunch a few times. And one of the best things he'd always say, be your own boss. That way no one can fire you but yourself. So, it just kind of like one of those things. Absolutely, no problem. It's like one of the best advice that I think. Oh, I swear, man. I swear. That's so hilarious. So I gotta figure out what to do. I need a friend of mine, Red. She has a computer. So if her computer, I gotta send you the specs, Juice. She has a computer that she wants to give me. So I might be using that for like doing storytime videos. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna be doing my storytime videos. So oh, stop. Oh, boo hoo. Look at the boo hoo. Look at that. I'm a hater. I'm not a hater. I don't hate on anybody. I have no time to hate. Today's been a very productive day. Yesterday was off day. Today has been a productive day. I live stream, I had an epiphany of life, and then I'm back to live streaming. And I'll probably come back on Twitch and do something because I need to keep myself busy. I should be cleaning my room up, but after today, I don't even know. I hate on you. I don't hate on anybody. Nobody hate. I've been trolled. I got trolled on Fortnite all day today. What are you talking about? For 2 hours, I got trolled on. I've been talking all day long, and it's crazy. I'm like, a lot of my girls, they miss me at work. They keep messaging me, asking questions about stuff and this and that. So I feel bad. I feel bad that they're having to deal with somebody who they don't like, and it's a whole different system and how things are going over there. So I feel kind of bad. I told them though, if you want me, if you want to leave that job, watch my videos on YouTube. Watch the vlogs. Watch the vlogs. You don't have to listen to the vlogs. Just let them play in the background noise. Comment, put an emoji on there, and if I had the same interaction on TikTok that I do, if I had the same interaction on YouTube as I do on TikTok, my YouTube channel will like triple my salary at work. I would be able to hire them. I told you, if my YouTube had the same interaction at TikTok, I would hire you guys as my assistants. So if you hate your job, go watch and like my videos on YouTube. It's free. It doesn't even cost anything. All you gotta do is go watch and like, and you make a lot. You help me make money. I can hire an assistant. My Christmas decorations can wait. So you go play some Fortnite. So we're gonna leave YouTube trolls for Fortnite trolls. Wow. If I can't say it, no one can. But yeah, that's what the plan is right now. I might but today I'm pretty active. I'm pretty proud of myself for being productive. Like I said, that empathy that I hope I'm saying it correctly. If I didn't have the empathy in life, then I like I said, I'm still thrown off. I just feel weird, weird. I don't know what that is. No, again, that's but we do have gin though. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Did I show you this one, Juice? Did you see this? I have to say unboxing. You maybe got a really big bag. I got a big bag too. So I got to do unboxing video on these, which I'll probably save for tomorrow. But she got a bag. Actually, really cool bag. It's like a backpack type thingy, like full of stuff. And then I got one over there, and I got a smaller one. And then with that smaller one, came this as well, the gin. Yeah, I like the gin. This is actually pretty tight. So I don't feel like I don't know if I want to even drink the spicy water because the fact that it does that. That's pretty tight. I kind of like that. That's pretty sweet. So I like to keep it for decorations. That's actually pretty sweet. I love my community. My Nasper Farm community is awesome. Get the Schnapster. But it's a gin. I don't know what goes with gin. I think someone said pineapple juice. So I need to go find pineapple juice now. But it's got stuff in there like roaming around. Like a. See, I don't know if I want to drink it though because it looks so cool. That's actually pretty tight. And I know, right? I don't want to drink it. It's like I don't want to like mess with it because it actually looks really cool. I like this really cool spicy water thingy that I have here. Pineapple, lemon, grapefruit. And I just drink all my cranberry juice too. I like cranberry juice. For some reason, I crave cranberry juice every now and then, and I kind of craved it. I still have this, but I don't know if I drink this, I'll be up all night long. I'm really in thinking mode already, thinking about life. And of course, we still have the bond, you know. We go with the bond here. I think I have like 2 more of these for shots. But I think I'm already caught up on all my shots for Twitch. So, but I still got 2 more of those to finish up. Let's have a bunch of alcohol down here to finish up. I don't know. I need sleep. I can't sleep. It's just not yet. I didn't get time to go play some Fortnite. I think I have Dale in LA right now. He's watching. Oh, he's over at Waterworld, Universal Studios. I will be. I'll be drinking some stuff. I mean, do some stuff on Twitch. I was gonna go on TikTok tonight. It was weird being on TikTok this morning, talking with everybody because I never really do coffee chat on TikTok. I think tomorrow morning I'll probably go back on TikTok tomorrow morning and have breakfast on there and just talk and see how everyone's doing. It's just weird. Every time I get a chance, Sleep Crash summons me. I do. I said, "Where's Juice?" And then Juice like whispers to me at 4 in the morning, "Crash, Crash. What do you call this, Crash?" So I think it's only fair. I ignore nobody. I answer all your questions. I don't ignore nobody. Not true at all. All right, but I did want to come here and talk about Disney and the prices and what you can do to avoid the prices at Disney and what certain tips you can get. I said, bring snackages. Passed out, and I was like, Crash needs a mod. I do need a mod. See, if Pizza would have had me live stream in the store, they would have paid $30 an hour for a mod. But that's not gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen with that yet, so I have to find out what is going to happen with the whole situation Pizza Hut because I don't even know what's going to happen yet. So, but we're probably going to go on Twitch. I've been watching like these past couple hours. I've been watching TV. So I think I watched too much TV. So now I'm probably going to go and live stream and play some Fortnite. Get it going. Get it. But guys, you guys are awesome. Let me get some coffee. Okay, I'll give you like 30 minutes. Get some coffee ready. I'm not going to drink any coffee. Epiphany. There you go. That's what it is. At epiphany. Not epiphany. At epiphany. That's what I was looking for. When you have epiphany in life, that's what I had today. I had an epiphany. Epiphany. It's not epiphany, it's epiphany. That's what I had. I can't remember the word, but that's what I had today with life, and it's very crazy. It's if you believe in fate, if you believe in things happen for a reason, that's what that was. I probably wouldn't be here today talking to you guys if I would have went to work last night. That's how crazy it was. So, but anyways, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I don't want to keep rambling. I've been out for 55 minutes. I just want to come down here and talk about Disneyland. And I kind of probably stumbled and stuttered a bunch of times. I think I probably have to get rid of my chat. I think my chat kind of like distracted me. And then just the whole fact of everything else. But I want to get this off my chest because I probably would have talked about it on Fortnite and I probably wouldn't have paid attention to Fortnite. I probably would have died a bunch of times. And so I figured I'd talk about it now. That way I can concentrate on gaming because that's done. It's gone. It's on here. So hopefully I did my best. I'm going to try to do more of these. Red has a computer for me. So I'm going to, I'll send you the specs, Juice. Let me know. And I'll probably be using that. If I can use that for streaming, it'd be kind of cool. Because she just said it for a couple years and she doesn't use it. It's a touchscreen Dell something with 1 terabyte. I forgot. She told me some stuff. It's on my phone. I'll have to check it. But if I can use that to even just make my videos with a green screen and how they do with reviews, whether they're talking on the computer where they're typing stuff and they can pull up that whole screen and typing and showing stuff like that, like slides, or sure enough, the videos are do like a reaction video with them on the keyboard with the computer. So I can't do that with mine. But if I can do that with that computer, that'd be perfect. I'd be doing a lot more videos of these. So, game, what's cracking? Stuttering. I did a lot of stuttering today. So, but you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go on Twitch. So I'm going to give Juice 30 minutes so she can go make coffee. And we'll be live on, on Twitch.